Righty. All right. Welcome to class, everyone. My name is Maya Wadiote, and I am known in the online space also as Website Chic. I lead the team at WC Digital Agency, a digital marketing agency that I founded about 8 years ago. And between then and now, we have helped people and businesses. We've helped businesses, small and medium businesses in different industries to increase their revenue. In the last few years, we've majorly focused on coaches, people with new coaches, aspiring coaches, people with a lot of experience, people like you on this call today. We are focused, on helping them to launch their, digital products and monetizing their expertise. That is on the agency side. Also, about 14, 15 months ago, I also decided to go fully into coaching instead of, working with people through the agency. I started working with people and teaching, like this, you're here today to listen to me and hear what I have to say. I started that less than 2 years ago, and so far, I have trained over 5,000 paid students in clarity, because that is where we start from. And I have been able to hold the hands of hundreds of people to start their coaching program and be successful in it. By God's grace, I receive a lot of glowing and great feedbacks, and I don't take it for granted. I want to let you know that you are in class today. Please, the fact that this class is a free class has no effect at all on how you can behave in this class. And what do I mean? Don't feel like, oh, I cannot ask too much questions. Don't feel like, oh, they will think this question is stupid. Who is they? Who are those people? What effect do they have in your life? So if there is anything that I'm doing in this class today and you don't understand, please feel free to ask your questions in the chat. I will pause and attend to you. I want to ensure that everybody that is in class today hears me, understands me, and is activating, because at the end of today's class, you will get clarity, okay? I'd like a favor from you before we go deep into today's class. The group is currently open for chats. Please drop a message in the group and, encourage others to join us. Say something like, we are live. Join us if you're not yet here. Let us get a few more people to join us even as we start today's class. Thank you as you do that favor for me. All right. So in today's class, I'll be using two documents. The first one is my slide. So the first phase of what I want to do today will be you introducing you to what we want to do, and I'll be doing that with my slides. The second and the main phase of what we will do in class today will be taking you through this workbook. Now, I know I get these questions all the time where people ask me, um, do we have the workbook? Don't worry, you don't have the workbook. And the reason you don't have the workbook is because remember, this is a day one trial. We are in the Expert2Coach 3 days challenge, and you are here to come and try day one and see how day one is, so that you can make a decision and decide whether you want to go ahead with me in day 2 and day 3. Right. So the message I want you to drop is in the WhatsApp group. If you are in the WhatsApp group, I'd like you to drop a message in the WhatsApp group, not in the chat here. Thank you, Fumilola. If you're in the WhatsApp group, please drop it in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, good. So this workbook, and don't worry, the fact that you don't have the workbook is really not a problem at this point, because I will be taking you through everything that we need to do within this workbook. But before we start, right, why should you listen to me? Who am I? Apart from what I've told you, oh, my name is Mayowa Adeote, this, and that. I told you that I run an agency based in Nigeria, but we work for people all over the world. We've had clients from several countries, up to 17 countries. And I have, through the agency alone, we have helped our clients generate over $2 million in digital product sales. And every time that I do any sort of analysis, every time that I sit to look at our track record, our results, and what we've been able to do, I see that there is something that wins over and over and over again. It is always a winner, because I could say that at least 60% of our clients are new people. New. We started, when we started working with them, they are new to coaching. They just had a lot of experience and they wanted to translate it to coaching. About 40% are people that are already coaches but want to scale. But 60% are people that are new, and we work with them to execute with them and launch their coaching program. And I've seen that what has helped over and over and over again is what I call the specificity theory. Now, in the implementation that I will be taking you through today, I will be showing you, because we will start from the beginning, but I will now direct you until you will understand exactly what I mean by this specificity theory and how you can be specific in your positioning. Because again, that is the foundation of anybody that wants to be successful in the coaching business. And success may mean several things to several people. I put some examples of my students here, people that have gone through my coaching programs. And, because success means different things to different people, I'll tell you stories about these people. Banire, for example, is a couples counselor that tried for 2 years. And when I say tried everything, did this, created content, was consistent, did video, did live, did all of those things. But in 1 year, she was not able to sell one product. She could not say, I made 0 naira from everything that I've been doing online. And then she came to me, and I realized that it is the specificity theory that she has not applied and that is missing from what she's doing. And in 3 days, she went back, applied the theory, and in 3 days, she generated $800. You may think $800 is small money, but it is not small money when you think about $800 is the beginning of several years of success, of her being able to impact people and making income from it. The same thing with my student, Udwak, who was afraid that people will not listen to her, people will not take her serious. She thinks, do I really have what it takes to teach people? So you may find yourself in some of these stories, depending on where you are right now and what is going on in your head, And in our first launch, she had 38 students register for our program. The same thing with Yvette, who is a baker and had no tech knowledge. She is like zero when it comes to the usage of technology. Again, she launched and made $3,500 in her first launch. Omowumi, on the other hand, is a 60-year-old who thought, exactly am I doing? What am I looking for? After after years of successfully running my school offline, why do I want to go online and start teaching teachers and all of that? And she did the same thing. And in her first launch, she got 14 students to register, despite our age. I have given all these varied examples so that you will at least see yourself in one of these people and know that there is nothing impossible, right? You only need to ensure that you have the right positioning as you start. These are 4 people that we have worked with in our agency. You know, just examples. These are not the only 4 people. You know, there are people that are on retainer with the agency. We've worked with them years and years. There's nobody here that we've not worked with for at least 4 years, over and over and over again. And the reason they are still with us is because they are getting value. Now, how does this value connect with what I want to teach you in class today? I will tell you, and I'll tell you what is common. They are all very specific in what they do. They know who they are serving, and they know exactly the solution that they want to give to these people. A lot of people we are so, because of maybe how you learn or what you're doing, we are so general, and we find it difficult to really express to be specific in the solution that we give to people, and the pain points that we are alleviating. Now, let me tell you this. If you're here, there are 2 types of people on this call today, and I know that because, well, you're my target audience. I attracted you, right? You are here and you've had a lot of experience. You are thinking about monetizing your experience, knowledge, all of the things you've gathered over the years, but you have no clue where to start. You are not sure exactly the steps you need to take, what you need to do, and all of that. And some of you here are already coaches. You're already expressing online. You already have a brand and all of that, but it is not growing at the pace that you had hoped it will grow. You're not seeing that effect. You don't see a lot of inquiries in your DM. You don't see a lot of people saying they want to work with you. That's okay, but what this class will help you to do is it will help you to see the reason why you may not be growing at the pace that you thought you, because you think, this knowledge that I have is so amazing. Why am I not growing? Today's class will show you all of these things. Now, you see what I'll teach you in today's class? We will start with something so basic that some of you here will say, what is this? Is this a waste of my time? What exactly am I doing here? Yes, that has always been a normal reaction that people have the first few 30 minutes thereabouts of the Expert to Coach Day 1 challenge. But every single time, by the time we are done with the day 1, they are always like, wow, because of the way that I have broken this thing down. When I teach, I take it from the foundation, because I realize that by the time you get almost to the top, almost to the end of what we want to do in class today, if that foundation was not properly handled, you find it difficult to tie everything together. I want you to listen to this video of somebody like you that attended day 1 of Expert to Coach like this and has something to say about our experience on day 1 of Expert to Coach challenge. So I will play this video. Please comment in the chat. Let me know if you can hear the video. Okay, so you can unmute now.
Okay. So good evening, coach. So as the class has been going on, I've been wondering why. I've known you for like 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
I've worked, you have done something.
Please confirm if you can hear the volume, if the volume is loud for the video.
Your advice, I just greeting, I will see in conferences. I've been asking myself that question. I still have no answer for it, because I am actually wow. You two, plenty courses that we have done together, and the ones I do that you don't know. But this is the most practical, the most in-depth. Sometimes too much knowledge can be a hindrance. When I got the workbook, I was disgusted, because I looked at it. Listen, why are you asking me name 3 to 5? Did I start naming this kind of thing like today? I did this kind of thing like 5 years, I was very pissed. I even said in my mind, all these low budget courses, now so didn't they be. you know. So in my mind, I said I wasn't going to do it because like I did it like many years ago. So where the results now? You know, that kind of a thing. So but when your class started yesterday, you just said do it. You know, sometimes it's good to just like listen and just do it if you don't believe. Because maybe in doing clarity will come. And that was exactly what happened to me. So as you were talking, all the annoyance about what's this kind of question? Actually, I don't answer this question. They all dissipated, and I was like beginning to see what I've been missing all this while. I have done courses. Some people have done courses with they have launched. To them, they feel that I'm not serious, or maybe because I have a 9 to 5 and I feel I'm comfortable. But it's not about having a 9 to 5, it's about purpose. Because I know God has called me to build something. And the steering keeps disturbing me. So, and I have the word, I have everything. What I don't have is the packaging to go out. So when you said I saw that message, I was like, what's this one now? You know, but I was pleasantly disappointed with the class yesterday because I felt it was very. But by the time you went to steps and I actually did the assignment, I did the one in the class. I had technical problems. It was just this afternoon that they now resent for me to log in, because once I want to log in, it will take me to my system page. I'll be seeing my dashboard. So I wasn't able to log in. I tried several things. So I wasn't able to do the assignment because I just now got in just before the class, like close of business today. But today's class, they are just, I don't know how to describe it, but I know it's a no-brainer that I'm going to do one-on-one with you. This one said, me, I know go if you don't want to do that. I have to, because I've been told, Olajumoke have told me to do this before. And you know how you know somebody, see finish go, they worry you, like, is it, you know, that kind of a thing. That I did not know the depths that you have grown into, or you have, I don't know, but like, this is mind-blowing, and thank you. So I'm going to use tomorrow to go back and do everything, because I've also realized the gain of doing it that time, because you're working with the energy of the class. So I don't want to miss out on this energy and the life questions. So I'm going to, so that by the time it's the day 3, at least I will be up to speed. I won't be lagging for coming from behind to ask questions that you have passed. You know, but really grateful, really grateful. And we'll talk about it first. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you so much for that feedback. Honestly, this is why I say it at the beginning of every one, that even if you're an established coach, please answer the question. Because you see, coaching is one area where you can start from the middle of the ladder. And this is what a lot of people do. You just get your idea. You see how easy not to create content. I'll just be creating content and I'll be putting it on social media. I'll create, when people see it, they'll start buying, and then you start getting it. A few people buying, and then you think you have arrived. But if you really want to build this thing, you will start from rung one of the ladder, and then you climb it one by one. So a lot of times, because people start from the middle, you feel like the other, you know, I'm too this, you know, this is not my level and all of that. But this thing you're saying is what a lot of people say over and over again to me in every Expert2Coach challenge, that I didn't experience it, you know, that I didn't, it's just something that nobody expects, that those seemingly simple questions can inspire so much inspiration by the time you are done with it. So thank you for your feedback. I'm really grateful. Nwamaka.
All right, now we are ready to start. I hope your notebook and your pen is beside you. Good. So this is the workbook that I will be taking you through. And the way this will work is, there are 5 exercises in this workbook, but we will only be able to do about 4 by the time our time would have been expended into this class. But with that 4, you would have gathered a lot of knowledge. So inside each exercise, there are about 2 to 3 questions. I will take you through all of these questions, and you will start answering the questions. I will tell you what to do, how to do it, and how to combine everything together at the end of this, so that by the end of today's class, you know what to coach. So if you've been asking the question, what should I coach? You will get it in today's class. Okay, good. Now, the first question you want to answer. We are in exercise 1, question 1. we want to discover the things that you love. And we are writing it down. Guys, if you are not writing anything down in this class, you're wrong. You are not here to come and look at my beautiful face, okay? You are here to come and work, implement. Remember, I said this is an implementation and execution class. So this is where we're starting from. What are the things that you love? I want you to write down at least 3 to 5 things that you genuinely love. Like when they wake you up in the middle of the night and ask you to do this thing, no grumble. You are happy to do it anytime, any day, under any condition. You are genuinely passionate about this thing. Write down at least 3 to 5. 3 to 5. Write it. Don't write it together. Write it one by one. Number 1, I love helping young people to start their businesses. Number 2, I love sleeping. Sleeping is number 3. I love eating. And you see the kind of examples I'm giving you. It is because I don't want you to box yourself. You see, we do something. There is something that we all do, and we do it too much, which is that we box ourselves. We box ourselves. We put ourselves in boxes. And this is between you and your book right now. This is between you and your notepad. No boxing. So whatever it is you love, that you're genuinely, passionate about, write it down. At least 3 to 5. And excuse me, I currently have a cold, so I'm just trying to manage it. If you hear my voice, or maybe if my nose is clogged, it is because I have a cold right now. So, write down 3 to 5 things. I hope you are writing. If you're writing, put on your video now. Wave your book to me like this. Let me see that you're writing. I don't want to feel like I'm just talking and nobody is doing anything. Good. Thank you, Bells. Dorcas, Adeni Bello. Good, good, good. I am happy that I see you writing. Now, continue to write. Continue to write. And there are examples on the screen that you may want to look at. I love helping young people. I enjoy teaching others how to cook delicious Nigerian meals. I care deeply about improving health and wellness in my community. I am enthusiastic about sharing my experience in the banking industry with aspiring finance professionals. You see? So go narrow, go wide. Do you understand? Go narrow, go wide. What you love career-wise, what you love, about life, what you love, anything that you love. Don't say, oh, this one has nothing to, no, just don't worry. We are going somewhere. And by the time we get to where we are going, we would have, everything will make sense to you. But just follow me right now and write out the things that you are passionate about. Write them down, write them down. Do not skimp on anything. Be very expressive with the things that you love. Absolutely important. Now, I'll move to the second question in exercise 1. Why? That's the second question. Why? There is a reason you love what you love. There is a reason you are passionate about the things you're passionate about. So those things that you wrote, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you've written down, even if you're still writing, continue. But those things that you love, why do you love them? You may have answered these questions for yourself, by yourself before, or this could be the first time that you're being exposed to this. But I want you, see, this is a critical thinking class. Please do not be shallow with anything that you're writing down or anything that don't be shallow, because if you're shallow, you will see the effects at the end of the class. So I want you to go into your critical thinking mode and think critically as you're answering these questions. How does it make you feel? Why does it matter to you? What experiences have made this passion special for you? Those are some of the questions that will help you to answer the why behind the things that you love, behind your passions. What is the why? Why? Why do you love what you love? I have some examples here. Helping young entrepreneurs gives me joy because I struggled when I started my own business, and I want to make it easier for others. You see, all these things that you're writing down, they are useful for us where we are going. But we want to break it down very well so that when we get to where we are going, it's easy to assemble everything and make sense. It will now make sense for you to create your unique positioning, because that is what I want to help you do by the end of this class, is to create a unique positioning as a coach. So answer these questions critically. Designing clothes allows me to express my creativity and share our rich culture through fashion. Teaching cooking connects me with others, and it keeps our traditional recipes alive. That is the reason I love it. Improving health in my community is important because I have seen how preventable illnesses affect families. This is why I'm passionate about it. This is why I can never leave this thing. I will continue to do it. I want to do it more because that because is what I want you to define now. On paper. Don't say I know all of these things now. It's in my brain. No. You see, even the Bible says you write down the vision. It is because there's something that it does when you put pen to paper. See, when I need to brainstorm, or I need to create strategies for clients, or what I do is I always have my notepad and my pen beside me, because I must put pen. Immediately I put pen to paper, there is something, it's a connection. I just start getting inspiration. So guys, I want you to write. Don't say, oh, I know this thing. I know it. You'd be surprised at what writing can do for you. Sharing my banking experience is fulfilling because I can guide others through the challenges of the finance world and help them succeed. What is the reason? Why do you love what you love? I hope you're writing. So that is the end of exercise 1. Let's move to exercise 2. I'm a bit fast right now because there are other exercises that we will spend a lot of time on those exercises. So, and I want to try as much as possible to manage our timing. So we were done. Exercise 1 was what do you love? And question 2 in exercise 1 was, why do you love what you love? Why are you passionate about it? Now we're moving to exercise 2. We've done what you love and why you love it. Put it by the side. Start another sheet or another table, depending on how you're writing. Now we want to talk about your strengths. We want to identify the skills in this exercise. Exercise 2, our goal is to identify your skills, your areas of excellence, where you excel, because we want to understand the unique values that you can offer as a coach. And for us to do that, we need to do these exercises. Now, again, just like question 1, exercise 1, question 1, exercise 2 is write down at least 3 to 5 skills or areas where you consistently perform well. Excuse me. Now, I want you to take notes of the important phrase in this sentence, which is areas where you consistently perform well. Now, I don't think I've even posted the video. I made a video recently when I was shooting videos on Tuesday. And the question, what I answered in that video was, what is the difference between experience and expertise? Now, experience is, you know what experience means now. All of the things you have done and the experience you have gathered and all of that. Expertise, on the other hand, is the application of that experience to get results. meaning that you have used that experience, applied it, and you got results. That is what gives you expertise. Now, what am I talking about in this exercise 2? It is the skills that you have used in your life, and I mean life, literally. It could be a skill you had 10 years ago. It could be a skill you had 5 years ago, 15 years ago. It could be a skill you currently have right now. Don't box yourself at all. Do not box yourself. So write down 3 to 5 skills that you have consistently performed well in. And how do you know that you have consistently performed well in these skills? It is that people come to you and say, immediately I saw that proposal, I just knew you were the one that wrote it, because there is something about your proposals. There is something about the way you write. Or somebody said, immediately I read that article, I knew you were the one that wrote it. Or somebody says, oh, ma, that advice you gave me after service last week, I applied it though, it is working. Maybe you are the deaconess and the lily elder in your church, and you are always giving people unsolicited advice. This one will come, you advise her, see, this is how to behave in the other room. Oh. This one will come, you advise her, Mama Ngozi, how is your business? What is happening? Okay, why don't you try this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And then she will go and do it. And then she will come back several weeks later and say, hey, ma, see this thing you told me. Do you know I did it? Do you know I got? And a lot of time, people will come into your DM, will come on WhatsApp, ask you for advice. You will give the advice to them. They will go and implement the advice. They will get results. They will come back. But you're not taking notes of all of these things because, again, we have been taught to cover our brightness. Natural, as Africans, our natural way is to see something good, for people to say, oh, and be very humble. I say, it's not, I want you, you're not doing this for the public right now. This is between you and your notepad. So please be very, don't be, what's the word? Don't be stingy with giving yourself praise. Because right now, what I want you to do is identify the skills you have that you have consistently performed well in. People have given you feedback. You yourself, you've done it for yourself. You got results. Maybe it is a skill you've used for your company and you generated, absolutely amazing results for your company. Or it is something that you have used for people around you and they've always come back with feedback, or it is whatever, as long as there is a positive result that comes out of your usage of that skill. And again, let me tell you, it does not matter if that skill is you are currently actively using that skill right now. It can be a skill you've used 5 years ago. Sometimes life happens. And something that you were doing so well in 10 years ago and all of that, life happened and you just had to change, you had to pivot, or something happened and you have to take another direction. And I'm not saying that that will be your exact positioning right now. Again, I am saying don't box yourself. Any skill you've had, and you know that you consistently performed well in this skill, when you add that skill, write it down. At least 3 to 5 skills. Write it down right now. I am excellent at organizing events and coordinating teams. That's an example. Another example, I have strong skills in financial analysis and budgeting. I excel at mentoring junior colleagues in the tech industry. I am great at developing marketing strategies for small businesses. I have a talent for navigating complex legal matters in corporate law. What is your own? These are just examples. What are your own skills written down? Think about the tasks that you've always found very easy to do. Activities where others often seek your help. People will always come to you for you to help them because they know that there is a way you do this thing excellently. It just comes natural to you. Some of you, you have commonized a lot of gifts that God has given to you. You think that everybody knows how to do it. But then when you do it, the kind of feedback you always get when you do it is so different from what others get. People always come to you to help, because you're so excellent. This thing that you do it just comes natural to you. Think about it, write it down. Again, I want to let you know that. So, what you love and your skill, it can be the skills you're writing right now, it can be what you love. And it can be something you don't love, but you are skilled at it. You don't particularly love it, but it's just something that comes natural to you. It's just something that you can do, that you find easy to do. So don't bother about whether you love it or not, because I'm thinking you may stop at writing some things because you feel like, oh, it's not something I love. Don't worry. You may not love it, but you're skilled at it. So what we're focusing on right now is the thing you're skilled at. Good. Dorcas says, I have written 9. Good. Now let's move to the second question. And this here is absolutely important because we are using what you write down here. We are using it in exercise 4. But we are not yet in exercise 4. We are still in exercise 2. Question 2. For each of the skills that you've written down. Now, for Dorcas, for example, these 9 skills that you've written down, in front of it, just do like a line in front of each one now. And you want to now I want you to recall specific examples where you have demonstrated excellence in these skills. So what am I saying? This particular, skill number 1, I want you to write out and see, my favorite word in the dictionary as of right now is specific. Because I realize that word is the non-application of the word specific is why a lot of coaches that are struggling online right now, it is why they are struggling. It is the non-application of the word specific. A lot of people don't apply it. So I want you to, in anything that you do, in this question, you must apply specificity. So I want you to be very specific. So skill 1, recall an example, a particular scenario, and you will write down that scenario. Like I helped Mr. and Mrs. Lagbaja when they were almost divorced. They were at the edge of divorce. And I took them through my framework, or I advised them, or I had several counseling sessions with them. And today they are 5 years post, not divorcing again. You see how you want to be as specific as that. So for each of your skills, write out something excellent that you have done in all of these skills before. And for anyone, so if, for example, Dorcas, who has written 9 skills, if you are not able to see demonstrated excellence in all of the 9 skills, it's okay. If you can only find it in 2, or in 1, or in 3, or in 5, or in all of the 9 even, it's okay. So don't bother, just do what you can at this point. Try to recall the areas of excellence that where you have exhibited excellence. The specific scenario, write it down. Look at these examples, for example. Event coordination, the person saying, oh, I like events, I'm skilled at this. Now say, I successfully organized a nationwide conference that brought together over 500 industry leaders. I will not read the remaining because we are not yet there about listing out the skills. Just is the specific scenario that I want to see right now. Excuse me. The person in financial analysis says, I helped my company reduce cost by 15% through detailed budget analysis. Again, we have the tech mentor who says, I mentored 5 interns who all secured full-time positions in top tech firms. Can you see how specific? So look at all of the skills you've written down. Which of them do you have demonstrated excellence in? Now, at this point, let me do a bit of teaching and explain something so that you understand why I want you to do this. See, there is something that we call the authority formula. For you to know and be sure of what your unique positioning should be, where your office should be as a coach, which office should you start representing as a coach? Who are the people you should start serving? How should you serve them? What exactly, will they need from you? You need to be able to, you will start with applying the authority formula to what you're doing. And the authority formula is what I call the heart, the art, the evidence, and the credibility. Now, the art is your passion. That's what we did in exercise 1, the things that you love. The evidence are your skills, the things that you're skilled at. So I have this skill, I have this experience, I have done this before, I have done this before, I have done this before. That is your evidence. Now, your credibility is your expertise. It is your demonstrated excellence. That is where your credibility comes from. We need to find an overlap between these 3 things for you to be able to, if you find an overlap where you fulfill the fact that, oh, I love this thing, I am skilled in it, I have credibility in it, meaning that you have demonstrated excellence, then you are closer to saying, so this is the niche, and this is how I should position in it. And we will get there. But before we get there, I just want to explain to you that what I'm taking you through right now is I want you to help you identify the things that you have so that we can apply the authority formula on it and see where you should stand. Because a lot of people, again, let me tell you the story of Banire before we move away from here. Banire was my student. So Banire is in her very early 30s when she came to me. At that point, in her very early 30s, Banire lives in Nigeria. Banire has been a manager and I don't mean just any kind of manager. She has been a C-suite manager in 5 multinational companies in Nigeria at that very early age. Banire is also very passionate about marriage because, of her experiences in life. Banire is newly married, has no experience in marriage, but she's passionate about marriage due to her experience while growing up. There is one other thing that Banire is. Banire is also a Gallup certified strength finder. She went for the certification because she has identified that over the years while growing, she will always, anybody she gets in touch with, please listen to my story. This story is very, very important. Anybody she interacts with, she would always find their strength for them. And before you know it, this person becomes excellent. What has helped Banire to become a C-suite executive in over 5 multinational companies at that early age is because anytime she joins a new team in any company, the first thing she does is, because it comes natural to her, she will just help everybody in the team to find their strength. Everybody will now start playing to their strengths. Before you know it, our team becomes the high flyer. Our team starts doing so well. Before you know it, she becomes the team lead. Before you know it, they take her out of there to go and manage another team. Before you know it, another company is poaching her. Everywhere she gets to, that's what she does. So she became certified in strength finding because of her passion for marriage. Banire now decided that what she wants to do is couples counseling. Why? Because she loves marriage. She believes that every couple just needs to find their strength. That when you find your strength, you will be able to have a long-lasting marriage. So she decided, oh, I will use my strength finder certification to help marriages heal and become better. Is that wrong? There is no wrong, go. And it is the way most people decide on what they want to do as a coach. But Banire struggled for 2 years without any sales and without any impact because she was expressing as a couples counselor in the online space, trying to do this. You know what was missing in Banire's old thing? It is the third part of the authority formula, which is credibility. Because in the African settings, we all know that before I will go for marriage counseling with somebody, I want to be sure that this person has some form of credibility when it comes to marriage. Banire is newly married. Banire has no experience whatsoever. Banire is serving a culturally tainted audience. What do I mean? Africans, that we have this thing about, we want somebody that if you would go for marriage counseling with anybody, you want that person to be maybe an elder or somebody that has done at least 10 years in marriage, or somebody that has there will always be something we will look for in that person's life to be sure that this person is the right person. So Banire has all of the other things, but our authority formula was not complete, because if you cannot stand in a position of authority, nobody will say, oh yeah, coach me. Because the coaching office is a very delicate and very sensitive office where you will be directing people, you may be changing people's direction and saying, this thing, don't do it like this, do it this way, and people will listen to you. So it's a very, very sensitive coaching, it's a very sensitive office. And I always encourage people, you must apply the authority formula for different reasons. Number one, to ensure that you do have the authority that is necessary for you to say you want to start coaching in that niche. Number two, to ensure that people will listen to you and say, yes, coach. That's the number two reason. Number three reason, it is when you get people to say yes that you can make the impact and the income that you want to make as a coach. So you see how the story of Banire and what we're doing here matters. We're going to take a short break right now. And when I say break, it is not that we're going anywhere. I want to do, so for about 2 to 3 times in this class, I will do review in the chat. Excuse me. So what I want you to do is, I want you to write out your skill and your specific area of excellence for that skill. I want to be sure that you get this part right before I move on. So I will just review a few, maybe like 3 to 5, before I move on to the next question in this exercise. So if you're here, write it down in the chat. I want you to identify one skill and put the specific area that you have demonstrated excellence in the past. I want you to put it down, type it right now, and let me review it. Good. Thank you, Adeni Bello. Oh yeah, so I'll take about 5 to 7 minutes to do that. So Amabola, this has not answered my question. You write it together, your skill and the specific area you have demonstrated excellence, the result that you've gotten for yourself or for another person or for your family or for, be very specific. Write it together so that I can read it together and review. So I'll give you all a few minutes to do that. I'm waiting. Okay, Basirat says positive talks. So positive talks. I helped Nzoka become a lady of confidence after having a few sessions with her. She now sees life differently and not negatively. Good, Basirat. Belle says, I love to write and illustrate. I love to write and illustrate children's book. Before I move on, Basirat, I would want to say this is good, right, Basirat? But again, I would want to ask you, in what area of Zoka's life did you help her with confidence? What you did for her, the confidence he gave her, did it help her in her marital life, or was it in her career life, or is it in relating with people, or is there something in particular that Nzoka could not do before that she's now doing? You see, you can be as specific as that. Again, you will know by the time we get to exercise 3, you start understanding the reason why I ask you to be this granular and be this specific. So Belle says, I love to write and illustrate children's books. I have keen eye for design and I write. I have a published children's book on sale on Amazon. Good, Bells. Good. Fikaya says, I am an excellent administrator and communicator. I have used this skill to lead teams and accomplish measurable success. Good. Fikaya, measure the success. So you have not measured it here. It is measurable. Measure it and write it out. So maybe talk about a team, a particular team that you led. What was the result or success that team had because of the application of your administrative and communication skills? Adana says, I help people to secure visa abroad. I have helped people to secure scholarships and also study with loan for those that cannot afford tuition fee abroad. So you've helped people to get loan. Good. And then I always say this, that a lot of times, for most times, it is better to try and avoid the word people and just identify and define who people is to you. So for example, if you look at your historical data, Adana, when you say people, if you look at your historical data, has it been that the people you've helped the most, maybe they are corporate executives out of Nigeria that you helped to secure their visa, or maybe they were business people, or maybe they are school graduates, maybe they are fresh university graduates. Look at your historical data. You will find out that, oh, I've helped these people more than these people, and all of that. All these nuances are really, really important when we get into it. Adeni says, as an immigration officer, I have a private firm. I assist lots of travelers with visas and information about Nigerian immigration laws. Okay, Adeni, that is good. It can be better. So, can you give an example? Like, for example, I have helped 20 people to immigrate from Nigeria to Sweden within 6 weeks of processing. I helped them to do so. You see how specific I said that. MS iPhone says, storytelling. When teaching Bible lessons, people come back and give me commendation. Presentation, one of my colleagues once told me after my presentation, you can be a lecturer. Good. Omobola says, extensive research. I have been able to personally plan and coordinate my activities towards relocation and settlement into another country. So your immigration research. So you're saying you know how to do extensive immigration research, and you have helped yourself to just with research to immigrate and settle down successfully. That's okay. Dorcas, sales. I have helped 5 elderly clients to make high-flying sales running into millions. Good, Dorcas. Tolu says, I'm an excellent teacher and motivator. I often preach and teach on certain topics in church and privately, and the feedback I receive are humbling. Almost 10 people reached out to me after my last session to say they felt reignited. Good, Tolu. Good, Tolu. I will ask you to dig further, Tolu, into the teachings the preachings and teachings that you do in church, and people come and give you, valuable feedbacks. In what area exactly? In what area exactly have you, do you find, or let me say it to you like this. Do you find that it is when you preach or teach on particular areas, that you will always get a lot of feedback when you talk about specific categories or specific areas? Look into that, and answer that question. So again, I cannot do all of the reviews, but again, we will stop again and do another review. So I'm sure I'll be able to take a few more people when we do another review. Now we have to move on. We need to move on. Okay. Question 3. Question 3. We want to identify. So for all of these things that you've written down, that, oh, this is the skill. This is what I achieved with the skill. This is the skill. This is what I achieved with the skill. That's what we did previously. Now, I want you, for each example that you have listed, that you've listed the skills and the results you achieved with the skill, I want you to now break it down. I will show you what you need to do to break it down. We want to break down the exact skills in terms of hard skills and soft skills that you use to achieve these things, these results that you achieved. So majorly, we are focusing on the results right now. So those results that you've written down, we want to break it down into what we call hard skills and soft skills. Now, hard skills are technical skills. And when I say technical skills, I mean technical, not technological. Technical will be, for example, I have on braided hair. The person that braided this hair for me has a technical skill, and the technical skill is braiding. Maybe this is twisting or something like that. The technical skill is twisting. Now, that's the hard skill that this person have. But what about the soft skills? This will be their personal attributes, right? I can say, for example, maybe if I want to say something good about the hairdresser that did this thing for me, I'll say, as she was doing the braids, I did not feel anything. It was so painless and so easy. Or I can say she's very fast, that she did these braids in under 30 minutes. That's a soft skill for her. That it is not that there are no other people that can do fine braids like this. But it is that when other people will do these same braids, they will use 5 hours to do it. But when this particular person will do her own, even though they have the same technical skills, which is the hard skill, she has personal attributes, that is soft skills, that makes her stand out amongst everybody that have this technical skill. So the soft skill could be that, oh, she's a very soft braider, painless, or, oh, she's a very fast braider. That is an example. I wanted you to understand what I mean by hard skill and soft skill. So now go back to that result thing that you wrote down, and then ask yourself, to achieve this result, what are the skills that I used to achieve this result in terms of hard skill and soft skill? What are the hard skills that I applied? What are the soft skills that I applied to get this result? It's like we are doing reverse engineering. We already listed out your skills, and then we brought out we only now narrowed it down to the skills that you have demonstrated excellence in, that you have specific results in. So those skills that you have, now, I am now saying take the results out alone and now reverse engineer that result and now break it into hard skills and soft skills, saying these are the hard skills that I applied to get this result. These are the soft skills that I applied to get this result. I hope you understand. And these are examples on my screen. Hard skills for the event coordinator, for example, is hard skills will be project management, because how do you organize an event that attracted 500 industry leaders without having project management skills? You manage several projects within that event. Budgeting, because again, that you spent money and the money was enough for the event. You have mad budgeting skills, because this is what will make some other events flop when they are not able to manage their budget properly. So budgeting, scheduling, you were able to schedule everything that make the event a success. Can you see how the skill we started with for this person, for example, is event coordination? But right now, we are now reverse engineering that one skill and now breaking it down into several skills, several tiny skills that made that result possible. And then you now have its hard skills and soft skills. Because again, look at this event coordination. You now say soft skills will be communication. You know what? As a project manager, for example, one of the most important skills you can have is communication skills, because if you don't carry your stakeholders along, you have problem. You're gonna have problem. So communication, leadership, problem solving, these are soft skills. See, this is where the critical thinking, this is where the work that you want to do in today's class, this is where you will do the class. Welcome to class Elfrida Majek. Yes, we will send the replay in. After this class, you will get the replay. So I hope you're working. This place, you need to do the work. Soft skills, hard skills. Break it down. Break it down. Hard skills and soft skills. Reverse engineer the results that you got for that skill. All right, please be. I'm giving you a few minutes because I know you need to do the work here. So please start doing it. Break it down. Reverse engineer the results you got, the specific. And now, again, don't be general. Remember, I said you have to be specific. Break it down into hard skills that you applied and soft skills. At this point, if there's any question, please type it before we move into exercise 3. Because exercise 3 builds up on this one. Okay? So if there's any question, let me know right now before we move into exercise 3. Good. Welcome, Mknkfmkasmf. All right, guys, are we done? Can I move? Should I move to exercise 3? We are over 1 hour into this class already. Should I move? Should I move to exercise 3? All right. So we will move to exercise 3. Now that we've done exercise 1. We have done exercise 2. We have all of these things written down. it is now time to overlap. It is time for us to start doing combination and permutation. Who here is a mathematics student and you did combination, combination and permutation when you were in universities, high school, or whatever. So that's what we want to do here right now. We want to find the connections between your passion and your skills. We want to help you create a unique positioning and identify your coaching opportunities. Now, opportunities, and find out where you can truly excel as a coach. Adeni, you have a question, please type your question. Type your question, and I will answer it. At the end of the class, you have the chance to ask your questions by audio, but for now, type your questions so that I can answer you. So we want to combine, we want to find the opportunities available for you so that we can list out these opportunities right now. Okay, you said you wait. Okay, that's fine. So you list out your opportunities right now and, so let's start. You want to look at the list you have made in exercise 1 and exercise 2, the things you love and your skills, your demonstrated excellence, your hard skills and your soft skills, all of these things, you look at it together to form, as you're looking at it, there's a way the brain works. The brain is already making connections. When you don't just spread out your book right now and start looking at it, and your brain will start making connections, because what you want to do is identify where your passions and your areas of excellence. Now, any skill that you add, for example, Dorcas that had 9 skills, if in all of those 9 skills, you were not able to attach demonstrated excellence to some of those 9 skills, you need to, for now, push the skills that you have no demonstrated excellence in, push them to the side. They are not ripe yet. They are not ripe yet. They are not ready for you to become a coach in it. Probably what it means is that you need to develop yourself more in that area, or you need to create what we call an MVP. That is a minimum viable product, and apply it and use it with people in your environment first and get certain results for them first, for you to show that you have demonstrated excellence in this skill. So the one we are working with right now is the one you love and you have demonstrated excellence in it, and you were able to break it down to hard skill and soft skill. That is the one we are working with right now, or the ones, in case it is more than one at this point, which is perfectly all right for it to be more than one. Okay? So you want to identify where your passions, so you want to look at the one you love, the one you have demonstrated excellence in, and then think about activities and topics that are related to this thing. Okay, so let me answer Tisby's question before we go on, which is that I understand hard skill, but don't understand soft skill. So again, I will go back to that part of the exercise. Hard skill is your technical skill. So for whatever it is that you have identified that you have demonstrated excellence in, hard skills will be the things that you do that every other person also do to achieve that result. Because, the skill is likely not unique to you. There are other people that have that skill. It is just that maybe you're better at it than other people. A lot of time when we look at things that make us better in a particular skill, the things that make us better than other people in a skill is the soft skills. For example, people tell me a lot that I am a very good teacher, that I teach and all of that. This thing that I am teaching you, well, I'm not the only coach that is teaching monetization. I'm not the only coach that teaches people how to monetize their expertise. But you see, maybe I am one of the very few coaches that breaks it down the way that I break things down. So you see, I have a soft skill. And in any of my classes that you attend, you will see this always shine through, which is that I know how to break down complex. No matter how complex an idea or topic or whatever is, I know how to break it down to very minor, chewable bits and pieces that will make people to understand. That is a soft skill. So, Tisbis, your soft skills will be the things that stand you apart from other people that have the same skill that you have. Let me use this example for this financial analyst. You see, I have these examples on the screen. Our art skill, the person's art skill knows how to use Excel modeling for financial analysis. The person knows how to do financial forecasting. These are all technical skills. The person is very skilled in auditing. When they audit like this, they just do it very well. They do it perfectly. But there are other people that can also do it perfectly. So when you look at the things that you know how to do, what stands you out? This person can say, oh, I have attention to detail, such that any documents that I prepare, you will hardly find any mistake in it. And then maybe your superiors always mention this and say, oh, anytime I want to do auditing, I just give it straight to Tisbis because I know that I will not find any mistake in it. She pays attention to detail. That is a soft skill. Or they say, oh, if you want your work to be done when you are not there, this person has analytical thinking. Even when you are not available to answer questions for them, they know how to critically think and answer questions, analyze, and get to where you want them to get to. You have analytical thinking. You can make decisions without your superiors. You can, so these are soft skills that helps you to shine your skills. The reason why people come to you and say so many good things about the skills that you have is probably not because of the skill itself. It is because of the soft skills that you have. And it is those soft skills that are shining through. Tisbis, I hope this helped. I specifically took my time to explain that again because I know a few more people may be having the same problem, and it is very important for you to understand that. So please let me notice this if you now understand what soft skills are. So I'll go back to exercise 3, where we want to start doing the overlaps. And we'll go straight into our examples for exercise 3. Specific examples. I want you to follow the pattern of these examples. What we want to do here is identify the opportunities that are available to you. So let's talk about the person that is a fashion designer and says, I'm passionate about fashion and I have a talent for designing clothing. I specialize in creating stylish, modest wear for women. So people come to her and say, your designs are so stylish and yet they are very modest. As modest as they are, they can stand on any red carpet and it will be among the first top 10, even though it is modest. See, these are hard skills and soft skills that these persons combines together and people give her feedback on. Now, you now say, I could coach others. Possibilities will now be, I could coach others on designing and producing modest fashion. That is a possibility. Because modest fashion has been a key thing that has always shined through the things you do, or modest fashion has been a key thing that shines through doing this exercise from beginning to where we are right now. Excuse me. Another example is the person that loves to teach cooking and says, I love teaching others how to cook. And I am particularly skilled in making traditional Nigerian desserts that are not widely known. I could. Those are the opportunities. That's what we're doing here in this exercise. We are writing out your opportunities. I could offer classes or write a cookbook. I could on these unique recipes. I could. So I want you to start writing down your possibilities. Based on everything we've done in class today, look at it as a whole. Your passion, your skills, everything. Where do they overlap? What are the opportunities? What are the things that you are able to identify right now? Things you have demonstrated excellence in that you could coach in. I could. Now, let me take some questions. Titilayo says, as a nurse in the UK, kindly inspire me on what to do, please. So Titilayo, that would be hard to do right now because I don't have context. I don't know if you're just joining the class, but if you've been doing the exercise from the beginning, exercise 1, what you love, exercise 2, your skills, exercise 3, your exercise 2, your skills and your demonstrated excellence, exercise 3, your hard skills, soft skills. If you've done all of these things, there are these things that will now direct you towards ideas of what your work as a nurse, the things that it has helped you to do. So for example, I don't know whether, for example, maybe as a nurse, you've been able to grow very fast and get multiple promotions as a nurse in the UK. Maybe that is one of your demonstrated excellence. Maybe your demonstrated excellence has been that you show absolute care for your patients, or there are specific patients, maybe you're able to help patients both physically and psychologically. Maybe your demonstrated excellence is that, whatever your demonstrated excellence is really what will give you the idea towards the opportunities that are available for you. So Titilayo, you will need to come and do all of this exercise so that it will open your eyes to the available opportunities for you. Now, Zoom user says, can we say that soft skill involves emotional? Yes, emotional intelligence is a soft skill, such as emotions, empathy, and hard skills are mainly mentally oriented. You're correct. Even though I'm not particularly clear what you mean mentally oriented, but I think I know what you mean, and you're correct. Okay? Before we move on, opportunities. See, I have so many examples in this workbook because it's very important. Legal career guidance for international law aspirants. For example, I have extensive experience in international law, and I'm passionate about guiding law students interested in this field. I could offer mentorship in navigating international legal careers. Can you see? Finance career for CFA exam preparation. With my background in banking and having passed all levels of the CFA exam, I could coach finance professionals preparing for their CFA certification. Good, Dorcas. I am glad that this is helping you. So now we will pause again. We will have another break and I will review. So here, I want you to write out your opportunities. The opportunities that you've been able to write out as you've done all of this work in this, one or two, just one or two. Write it out. Just write your skill and the opportunities. So here, you will see all of these statements have I could. I want you to write it out like I have written it out in these examples. Write it out in the chat. I'll take the next 5 to 7 minutes. I'll take the next 5 to 7 minutes to go through it. So Dorcas says, I could teach people on strategies to sell in the real estate world, dealing with elderly clients. Good. I like how specific that is, Dorcas. I like how specific that is. I'm waiting for a few more. Let me review a few more before we move to the next exercise. Omobola says, extensive research. I could offer coaching classes or write a coaching manual focusing on these unique methodologies. Now, Omobola, I need you to be a bit more specific here. So you're getting there, but it's remaining small. So you said you could offer coaching classes or write a coaching manual focusing on these unique methodologies on extensive research. Do you know that research can be used in so many industries and all of that? And now, let me tell you something. Everybody, please listen to me here. I have a class tomorrow. I teach another class on Fridays. I call it the niche clarity. It's a webinar. It's a paid webinar, but it is pay what you want. So you pay a token to join the webinar. So in that webinar, there is something that I teach on niche clarity webinar. And it is not far from this specificity thing, but it's just that that is a teaching class, not an implementation class like this where I'm just guiding you to do. In that class, I tell people that as a new coach, you can't go out and start expressing yourself as, I am a life coach, I am a business coach, I am a confidence coach, I go into a lot of details to explain why that is, but I can't go into that detail right now. But what I'm trying to say in response to Omobola's this thing right now is, you cannot be everything to everybody. You have to be something to somebody. So think of your audience as if it is just one person that you have to help. Because as a new coach, that is what will help you quickly move and start gaining traction and start gaining ground. So you have to be specific. So this extensive research methodology, do you probably want to focus on a particular industry? So that or particular type of people, or particular type of people, or people in particular expertise that need this research in their daily day-to-day life. So I will say something, for example, do you know that final year students, PhD students, and all of that wants to do their final year project or defend their thesis and all of that, they need the skill of extensive research. That's an industry. Another one could be, so you said so yourself that you used extensive research for immigration. It helps you in immigration. That is another industry or another category. Another way. So extensive research can be used in several ways. You don't want to be, excuse me, I'm sorry. You don't want to be this person that just say, I help people with extensive research, because you'll be nothing to nobody. Because you're not being specific, you're not targeting, you're not touching people's specific pain points. So please, you need to do a bit more work on that, Omobola. Dorcas says, I could offer advice to people as it relates to immigration policies by giving them extensive explanations on breakdown, how to navigate the applications. Good. Tolu says, construction project management, a coach in corporate England. I could help new migrants in diaspora on how to navigate the construction industry space, to secure roles in construction and navigate from entry to mid. I love this. I really love this, Tolu. Well done. Nkedilim says, what you have on the screen right now is relatable to what I do, helping MSC set up governance on compliance structures that support growth, profit, and longevity. I could research your sector, identify regulations, and provide legal advisory and strategic positioning that help you as a small business run ethically and profitably. That's good. Okay, Dilim. The class says, how do we access the niche class? Don't worry, I'll give you all the details after today's class. Ikaya says, I started coaching for young professionals and people who are trying to find their true calling as they navigate life. I could also start strategic planning and structure building for ministries in North America. That's really good, Fikayo. Strategic planning and structure building for ministries, and I like the way you came out with that as something very, very specific, right? And even your coaching for young professionals and people who are trying to find their true calling as they navigate life, that I know you already do that. That also looks really good. I'm sure by the time, as we go on into this class, you will still see how you can refine that, and really, you know, and really polish your messaging. Nika says, I could help parents tutor their children in subjects they are struggling with so their children achieve academic excellence. That's not bad, Nika. Basirat says, I love teaching and I'm passionate about seeing people become better. I could coach young adults how to become confident in public relations, relating and networking with people, and upcoming creatives, public speaker, writers, poets, come to stage boldly. Really good. Really good. Basirat. But I hope you know they are two different things. And you should not do them together. I will explain more later. I'll do two more. And then construction, I've done this, Tolu. I already did this with Tolu. Lorraine says, I could offer mentorship. I could offer mentorship to adults struggling with returning to school or learning a new skill. Oh, really good, Lorraine. Atinuke says health education. I could train teenagers in school on healthy lifestyle, including sexual education on pregnancy and sexual transmitted diseases. I could train patients to look after their health, e.g. diabetes patients, to give insulin injections. Oh, okay, not bad at all. I want to say something, Atinuke, about that first one. And I think I will say more on it in the next exercise. It is that you have two audiences for this one, the health education thing. You have two audiences. Your first audience are the parents. Your second audience are the teenagers themselves. You see, now, when you are trying to sell a product that has a primary and secondary audience like this, your messaging needs to address the pain point of the secondary audience. The secondary audience are the parents. Now, because the teenagers will not pay for this thing by themselves, right? They will not, even if they are interested in this program, they don't have the means to be able to pay you. The people that have the means to pay you are the parents. Now, you have to now look at this thing and restructure it in such a way that, how do I take this thing from the eyes of the secondary audience, which are the parents? How do I talk about it from the eyes of the secondary audience? So in a situation like this where I could train teenagers in school on healthy lifestyle, including sexual education, on pregnancy, you now want to, from the eyes of the parents now, you will now talk to the parents. I could train your teenagers on sex education and pregnancy, whatever. Parents, when they hear that, they will listen that, okay, my daughter that is 14 years old, 15 years old, 16 years old. So those are the people you want to talk to directly, not the teenagers, because they don't have the means to pay you. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Exercise 4. Exercise 4. We want to carve out your sub-niche. Now, this exercise, I'll stop sharing my my screen for a bit so that I want to do a bit of a teaching, and I would like to pick one or two exercises to also explain, here. So in the knowledge industry, as you are all moving into the knowledge industry, some things are different in the knowledge industry than what you have known before. And one of those things is that in the knowledge industry, you only have 3 major niches. And no matter where you are coming from, where your audience or whatever, you will fall into one of these 3 niches, which is wealth, health, or relationship. You will fall into one of these 3 niches. So I want you to put that in your mind right now before I stop sharing, that we have only 3 major and broad niches, which is health, wealth, or relationship. Please have that at the back of your mind. I'll stop sharing. Now, okay, so now before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, please put on your video. Let me see your face. Let me see your beauty. As you are looking at me, as you are looking at my beautiful face, let me see yours too. Okay, hi, Dorcas. Hello, Atinuke. Hello, Baba Jude. Hello, Tolu, Fumilola, Grace. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Chidi. Good to see you, Inkedelim. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And I love the name. Good to see you, Fikaya. Zoom user, I don't know your name. It's only showing Zoom user. Good to see you all, Basirat. It is good to see you. I'm happy to see you all on video like this. Okay, good. So now let's talk about niches. The 3 major niches that you have in the knowledge industry, like I said, are wealth, health, and relationship. How do you identify where okay, Rita, that is noted. How do you identify where you fall under? Whether it is health, well, because it's not literal. Like you think because, for example, the person that says she's a nurse, if I say you should identify yourself, for example, you would think you belong to, you would think that, oh, it is health. No, that is not how you identify your niche. So how you identify your niche is you think about the people. So now that you have your opportunities, for example, you will pick one of these opportunities that you have one by one to identify which broad niche this opportunity belongs to. So if you take opportunity 1, for example, you will now ask yourself, this opportunity, when they come to me, what is the result that they are looking for? What do they want? What is the solution that they want to get to their problem? What's the result they are looking for? It is the result that you will use to categorize yourself. It is the results that will determine whether you are in health, whether you are in wealth or relationship. Now, when you're doing this, for some people, it may be a bit fuzzy because you think you find yourself in, I think I'm in both health and wealth. No, you can't be in both health and wealth, and I'll explain it. But I've seen that the best way for me to explain this is for me to ask you to do the exercise. I will then see 1 or 2 people that will be wrong. I will then, pick you and use you to explain. So let's go. Everybody, based on your opportunities and what you've done so far in class today, where do you think you belong? Is it health? Is it wealth or relationship? Now, don't just wait before you start typing. Don't just say, I'm in health, I'm in wealth. You have not given me context. I will not be able to understand what you're saying. So you have to add either your skill or the opportunity and then add where you think you belong. So you say, oh, this is what I want to do. I belong in health. I'm in wealth. I'm in relationship. Put it. So put it, I'll read a few and then I'll pick 1 or 2 that I will use to teach. It's better for me to use examples to teach this area so that you understand it very well. Atinuke, again, please don't just say wealth. Give me context. What do you do? Why do you think it? What do you do? And, before you now put wealth. Good. Tolu says construction project management. And yes, you're correct. Tolu, it is wealth because, again, I say the result that people will get when they come to you is what you use to identify where you belong to. Dorcas says, I could teach people on strategies to sell in the real estate world, dealing with elderly clients, relationship. Okay, good. Dorcas is the first person that I will use. I'm asking you to unmute, Dorcas. I'm asking you to unmute. I want you to... Okay, Dorcas, I have a few questions for you. Why do you think it is in relationship?
Okay, I was just thinking it could be between hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning, anywhere we're watching from. Well, I think it's more between those my prospective maybe clients and their own clients. So maybe I think that is what would actually be the end result. That's my thought, anyways.
Okay, good. That's a good way of thinking it, but it's just that it's wrong. So now there is a formula that I usually apply for when you find it fuzzy and you are not sure exactly where you fall into. I will ask you to ask yourself why 3 times. And why 3 times? And it is not about, so it is about you and your clients. It is not about your clients and their clients. Do you understand that? That's the first mistake that you made. It is about you and your client. I want you to continue. Please stay unmuted, Dorcas, so that you can respond. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you will now ask yourself, why do, I'm looking at your example again, why do why do these elderly clients need to learn strategies to sell in the real estate?
Okay, my point is, let me say, like I've had elderly clients that I've dealt with that have helped them in selling their properties. So now, if peradventure you're a realtor and you have elderly clients you want to deal with, and you're trying to think of strategies, because I think I've done 5 at least.
So your clients are realtors.
Yes,
you want to train our other realtors
with,
how to help them. Okay, good. So why do these realtors need to learn how to deal with elderly clients?
Okay, well, I think I've seen myself do more in that line. I've sold for other people.
I'm not asking about you.
Okay.
I'm asking about your other realtors, the realtors you want to teach.
Because
why do they need to learn it?
Yeah, because most times elderly people might be difficult to deal with. They are of age in their 70s, but they have properties that they feel they want to let it out before they die. Some of them are always in a rush. Some of them tell you stories about their children. There are so many things they tell you. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, good. So why are these, that has, we kind of answered the first why. The second why is still on your realtors, because they are the one you're dealing with, not the elderly clients.
Yes.
Those are external to you. You will never relate with them. You will only relate with your realtors that you're training.
Yes.
These realtors, why is it important for them to sell real estate for this elderly?
They want to make money.
They want to make money. So you just answer the question. So where do you think it belongs to? It is wealth. Because that's the reason. Now, let me tell you all, everybody, please listen to this. You see, if Dorcas starts selling this particular product tomorrow, and Dorcas thinks that she's in relationship because she's thinking about the relation, because she's thinking, oh, I have to help my realtors to create better relationships with their elderly clients. Your marketing materials will focus solely on that. And what that means is that you are focusing on the feature instead of the benefits. The feature is you have to create better relationship with your elderly clients. That's okay. But you see, the realtors that are coming to you, that's not why they want to come to you. They don't care. They don't care about that relationship. It is just a tool for them. It is a tool that you will give to them when you are coaching them that, oh, one of the tools to ensure that you are able to sell is create better relationships. So it's a feature. But what you should be selling with when you start creating your marketing materials is benefits, which is the niche you belong to, which is wealth. So then you can now start talking about how they can increase their income and all of that, and then that attracts them more, because that's the main reason they will want to deal with elderly clients that may seem difficult.
Okay.
It's because they want to make more money. So you're under wealth. Hope that
Thank you.
clarifies. And I hope that every other person, got some, not because I want to use Dockers, but because I know that if I break down one, it is easier for you to now look at your own and, be able to just re-strategize. So I will look at the other examples. Lorraine says, opportunity is I could offer mentorship to adults struggling with returning to school or learning a new skill. Wealth, yes, of course, because that is the reason they want to do it. Adeniyi says, well, because travelers to Nigeria are coming for networking. We offer immigration services in Nigeria. Good, Adeniyi. It is wealth, yeah. Chidi says, I'm in health. I have studied nutrition and life coaching. I see clients who have a specific wellness or lifestyle issue. Now, Chidi, you're still a bit general, right? You're still a bit general, and let me see if I can help you break this down a bit. So you're talking about wellness, you're talking about lifestyle. They are two different things. And if we break this thing down, they will be in different niches. They will not fall under the same niche. So I want to ask you, so when you say lifestyle, what exactly do you mean by lifestyle? When you say wellness, what exactly do you mean by wellness?
So wellness to me means feeling a sense of energy, vibrancy, drive, go-getting, not having to rely on coffee and processed food and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
And that's that's wellness to me.
Okay,
Feeling good within yourself most days. Obviously, there's going to be days when you can't always commit to that, but most days, that's what you feel. You get up with purpose.
All
That's
right.
what wellness to me
Good.
means.
That's okay. And I like this example. Everybody, please listen, because I will use it to teach something else right now. Now, so this wellness for Chidi. So I will say, I will use Chidi as two entities. So there is Chidi 1 and there is Chidi 2. Chidi 1 can say wellness is in health, and she will be correct. Chidi 2 can say her own wellness is in wealth, and she will be correct. Now, let me explain this. So Chidi of wellness says, oh, I'm in health because wellness for me is about your physical fitness, how your energy. You talk about energy, vibrancy, and all of that, how you can achieve all of this. Your Chidi one can say, oh, especially if, let's say, for example, Chidi of wellness can say, oh, when you're 40 plus and above, you tend to have low energy and all of that. I want to teach you how to be vibrant and all of that, and focus on physically helping you to be healthy, just for being healthy, because you as a person, now I'm the audience, I'm your customer. So because me as a person, I just want to be healthy. So it is correct to say it is under health. Another person, another coach will be looking at this thing from the angle of you're 40 years and above, and the things you used to do, you're maybe as a business owner or as a corporate executive that needs to be on our feet or on their feet from morning till night, going to different meetings and all of that. You are not performing optimally again. So because of that, all the promotions, all the contracts, all the businesses that are supposed to come your way that you're supposed to do, you're not able to do them well again, because you are not as healthy as you used to be. Now, me as your audience, in this case, my desire is to be stronger so that I could get more business, so that I can continue to do my work at the rate I used to do it when I was in my 30s. So my desire is for you to show me how my vibrancy and all of that can help me do more of what I used to do and not go back.
Yeah.
So how you market your product will determine the kind of people that you will attract.
Okay.
Do you get that? So
100%.
now,
100%.
100%. Now, for everybody, I hope you also understand that. Because the definition, where you position yourself under health, wealth, or relationship is what will determine how your marketing materials will look. Because you write your marketing materials from your own perspective of the problem you think you're solving and the solution you're giving to your audience. So if it is just for people that, I want to be healthy, I just want to be healthy, that's okay. There's a way you will write your marketing materials. If it is for people that say, because I want to. So I hope this is clear. Thank you, Chidi. All right, good. So Fikaya says, I believe I belong in wealth because I mostly deal with people's transformation and growth. You're correct. Fumilola says, relationship, especially the single mothers. Fumilola, I need more context. You didn't give me context. Atinuka says, I could teach people to improve their health through my skills. Okay, so Atinuka, where do you belong? You didn't put it. Zoom says, I have experience in setting up businesses in the UK and help with. So etiquettes and cultural strategies. You didn't put your... Anyway, I'll stop here. I want to believe that we all got, from those examples that I made, we all got. So it is always about the end result of your clients. What is the reason? What's their end result? Why? So they are doing what you're asking them to come and do something with you, to come and learn something. So the main reason why they want to learn that thing is what will determine the niche that you belong to. So I hope that is very clear to you all. Now, let's move on. Let's move on. I'll go back to my workbook. So now I have what I call my 5-level method. And this 5-level method now helps you to break down all of these things, really well. And we want to drill down into your sub-niches now. So for you to get this drill down very well, you must get level 1 and be sure that you're correct with level 1, which is health, wealth, and relationships. Now, you pick your level 1 is wherever you think you belong to, whether it is health, whether it is wealth or relationships. Level 2 will now be what specific area within that. What specific area within that? That's your level 2. So when I say what specific area within that, it will then be, okay, so the person in health can say fitness or wellness or, I don't know, maybe diet or whatever. What specific area within health do you belong to? So the person in wealth can say, for example, confidence, because that is wealth, or say investment, or say business, that is level 2. Relationship can say, couples counseling, can say networking, even though networking can be relationship and it can be wealth. In fact, I would take it as more of wealth than relationship. So just pick where you belong and pick the specific area, break it down. Level 3 will then be what urgent problem. And please don't remove that word urgent because it is very, very important. What urgent problem? Because you see, another issue that people have in the coaching space right now is you're trying to solve future problems for people. You are envisaging future problems and you want to solve it right now. It is not that your idea is not okay. It is not that it is not good and all of that, but most people want to solve urgent problems, not future problems. So you want to ensure that where you are situating yourself right now is in where something that is holding them by the jugular right now, something that is very painful right now. So it is an urgent problem. That is when they will be able to make immediate decision. Because if you position to be a nice to have in terms of, oh, okay, yeah, this is true, but it's not now. I'll come back to it later. It will be difficult for you to make sales. So it has to be a problem that people want to solve right now. That's level 3. Now, level 4 is, what is your own unique approach to solving that problem? Because again, why won't you be unique? How do you have unique positioning if you don't create a unique methodology, framework, a unique framework, unique methodology, unique, whatever you want to call it, unique method? Some people will create acronyms. Some people will create a specific framework. Some people will, you need to have something that is your own. How you address this particular matter that is different from how other people address it. Because this is one of the things that you will use to present your authority to your audience. So level 4 is your unique approach and method. And level 5 is who my favorite word, specifically needs this the most. This is how to drill down into your sub-niche. By the time you do this exercise, you see, you know what I want to teach in this class? There are like 3 things that I do in day 1 of Expert2Coach. This is the number 1 of what I teach. But everything we've been doing for the past 2 hours is to get to this one, is to get to this 5-level breakdown. Do you agree with me that everything we've been doing in class today, if we didn't do it, it might not be as easy to break down this level 1 to 5, that you need to now sit down and break down to get your unique positioning? Good, good. Loka says yes, Chidi says yes, this is great. Thank you everybody for the feedback. So now, when you now have, so this breakdown now, you will do it for all. So let's say you have written down more than one opportunity right now. You break it down, you do it for each of your opportunities that we did in exercise 3. That overlap opportunities that we did in exercise 3. You do this for each one of them. Now, when you've done this for each one of them, the next thing, when you now have this, the next thing to do is what I call market research. So you have to do market research, and that one alone will take us about another 1 hour for me to teach market research. We don't have the time to go into that. That is the exercise 5 in the Expert2Coach day 1. But remember, the reason that I invited all of you to come into Expert2Coach is for you to come and try out day 1 of the Expert2Coach challenge. So far, would you say this has been really useful and worthwhile? Has it been a good use of your 2 hours? Yes, we've been here for 2 hours. Exactly 2 hours ago, we started this class. Is it worthwhile? Has it been a good use of your 2 hours? Thank you guys for that feedback. Now, I'd like you to give me permission to present to you what Expert2Coach 3 days challenge is all about. For those that would like to join me on Expert2Coach, it's a whole week. I call it 3 days challenge, but it's not really 3 days challenge because we spent 5 days together, Monday to Friday, working on you, setting up the foundation for you to become a successful coach online. Good. So I'll go to my slides right now and share so that I can present. I will not take a lot of your time because I know some people need to go back to work. So you already have this, we've done this, you know, and these are examples. You may want to look at this, you know, category health, wealth, relationships. Subcategory is weight loss coach, for example. Level 3, specific problem is post-pregnancy weight loss. Level 4 could be 15-minute home workout, unique method, framework, methodology, as the case may be. Level 5 could be 15-minute workouts for busy working moms that are postpartum. You see how this can help you go and narrow down and be very specific to who you are, you know, helping. Good. Now, I know you all probably you are like 5 minutes away from your breakthrough niche. And that is because maybe you have like 2 or 3 opportunities already written down right now. In the full Expert2Coach Day 1 challenge, we will land because I will now help you make sense and you'll be able to pick one out of all of the opportunities. But that's not the only thing you have to do when you now have your opportunity identified and you have your niche identified. Because when you have level 5, it's your unfair advantage. It is what will help you start getting results and you wonder, this thing that I've been doing before, how come I now apply this change and I'm doing so well? You now start getting people in your DM, asking you questions, telling you they are interested in your offer. It is because you now have something I call specific identity in people's mind, which a lot of people fail to have when they don't apply level 1 to 5. That thing, they don't apply it, you will not be able to have specific identity in people's mind. So if you are here and you've already found your level 5, can you type gold mine? I want you to type gold mine inside it, in the chat. If you found your level 5 from what you've done, at least for the people that have been working with me, you know, you've been doing it, you found your level 5 here in class today. Good, 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 good. Now, I want to take you through see, my student, Yvette, this is her Instagram page. I took a screenshot and put it here. She teaches she bakes vegetarian cakes. And for 4 years, she had been struggling, thinking how anytime she tries to teach people like, vegetarian cakes, I can go to YouTube. There are so many vegetarian videos that would teach me recipes, that I will find recipes on YouTube. So because of that fear of people will not buy it, she never launched a coaching program. But she came, applied everything that I teach in Expert2Coach, the 3 days Expert2Coach. And she was able to see how to change our audience perspective. By the time she did her level 1 to 5, she realized that her area of excellence, for example, was that she's spending very little money on buying baking materials, while other bakers are struggling because the materials she's using for baking vegetarian cakes are so cheap, unlike all the other materials. And then she realized that a good positioning will be to say, come and learn how to reduce your cost and increase your profit margins by 40% using my plant-based revolution system. That was all the positioning she had to do. And she launched, and she did $3,500 in sales, selling to Nigerians here in Nigerians, bakers. It was even a low ticket. It was a low ticket product. It is the same expertise she'd been carrying around. She only repositioned using what she learned, and it made a whole lot of difference for her. There are 2 parts that you can take right now after today's class. The first part is you have to create your offers. That's the first thing. So you can decide to start figuring out by yourself how to create irresistible offers. You need to have even if it is a basic non-technical funnel to start selling as a coach, you need to build and have a funnel. If you build a wrong funnel, you launch, you may get crickets and you don't get people to buy your products. You want to price, and then you start wondering, oh God, what should I price? How much? What should I do? And all of that. You start second guessing your pricing. There is a method to pricing, and I teach that on day 3 of Expert2Coach Challenge. And you may be there and you see people that don't have half the expertise that you have, making it online, and you're wondering, what exactly do they know that I don't know? Or you may still be wondering, which of these opportunities should I take? The second part is to join me for 5 days and work with me for 5 days on Expert2Coach Challenge, where I help experienced professionals like you. And I take you from no clarity to executing, because again, you saw how we have executed in class today. That is what we do on day 1 of Expert2Coach Challenge. In between, so we have breaks in between. Expert2Coach is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do review classes where we review everything that you've been doing. So our goal for day 1 is to get you to be crystal clear on your profitable niche. Which one will be profitable for you and you should start with. On day 2, right there in class, we will create irresistible offers. We will create what I call phantom offers that you will use to convert prospects to clients. On day 3, we will now put everything together and we will create simple systems. You will understand the system you need to get your first 10 clients within a week of executing what you learn in Expert2Coach Challenge. Why am I so sure? Why I am sounding so confident in saying all of these things? It is because I have taken over 3,000 people through Expert2Coach Challenge, and I can tell you for a fact that I cannot count the feedbacks that I have from Expert2Coach Challenge. And I'm saying this with all immunity and all glory to God. When people go through Expert2Coach Challenge, their life changes totally, because the light bulb moments that you get during Expert2Coach, and that is all you need. I can tell you for a fact. It is those light bulb moments where you feel like, oh, wow, so this is what I've been missing. Oh, it is those light bulb moments that are the most important. And then secondly, the fact that you are not waiting to execute. You are executing with me right there. During that 1 week of Expert2Coach Challenge, we are executing. Now, I've not told you. And then, I said Expert2Coach is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, on Friday in class, after the first day, I'll give you an assignment. You will do it and submit it on Tuesday. And then we will do a review class on Tuesday where I will review. And then on Wednesday, we will have our day 2. And then on Thursday, you will submit your assignment. You will create your offers and you will submit them. And I will review the offers on Thursday. So that by Friday, when I now teach, Friday is a teaching class. I now teach and bring everything together. You already have your system. You already have your offers. And also on day 2 is what I call the Artificial Intelligence Day. Wow. That is the day I show you how to use AI as a coach. In case I have not told you, I started my journey into the, corporate world after my university days as a programmer. So I studied computer science in the university, and I got very interested in programming. So I graduated, got a job as a programmer, and I did that for several years, for about 7 years, before I went into IT project management, where I started managing the deployment of, banking applications in Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa, deploying banking applications all over, different banks in Africa. And this knowledge, everything that I have gone through before, I did that for 7 years before I settled down and started my agency. All of these things has prepared me for today. Because again, one other thing that I did was I created customized AI tools that we will be using in class on day 1 and day 2 that will make this thing so easy for you to do during class. I've not told you, there are still a lot that I have to tell you, but with what you've heard already about Expert2Coach, who here wants to join me on Expert2Coach? Type blueprint if you would like to be with me on Expert2Coach 3 days challenge. Ijoma asked a question. What time of the day are the training? 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. what? That's 7 p.m. Nigerian time on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 7 p.m. what? Those are the time of the day that we have Expert2Coach. And it is starting next week, Monday. We are starting next week, Monday. Expert2Coach starts next week, Monday. Good. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. See, everything that you've been learning so far is just a tiny portion of my trademarked LSSC method. And it is the only system that transforms expertise into paying clients in just 3 days. This is an example of somebody like you that started with day 1 trial of Expert2Coach, joined Expert2Coach, and then implemented and started out. Before she joined Expert2Coach, she was teaching people how to speak English properly as an elocution coach. But she came into Expert2Coach and knew what to do. She went ahead. I hope you can read my screen. She went ahead to do it, and then she said, I refurbished my courses, increased the tuition so that it matches the value I know I will give, and even add a premium offer of a 1 million naira course. Now, this is my testimony. I got people for my courses, seasoned and intentional people. The group class is now scanty because most people went for a 1-to-1. I'm currently training a member of the Lagos state government, and other people paid for my premium offer of 1 million, both those in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Her name is Ruth. She's Diction with Ruth on Instagram. I would like you to listen to this video of someone else that has gone through Expert2Coach and gave a feedback on what she learned.
This is the best class I've taken in years, period. I live in the US and I've been in the coaching space for a long time. About 3 years ago, I started going from 1-to-1 coaching and trying to transition into digital because I wanted to make my services available for other people. And I've taken all kinds of courses, trying to learn and make sense of it. And for each class I took and paid a lot of money, they would teach you a little segment of it. And then you would pay for another segment. And it was like this rabbit hole. You never learned the whole thing. I saw your ad and the Holy Spirit just told me, you know what, there's just something about her. And I was like, I'm just going to learn from my people. I'm going to learn from somebody that I just feel connected to. And that's really what attracted me to you. And I signed up for the VIP. I was, you have to do VIP anytime, the upgrade, because that's where the juice is. I'm going to recommend class to a lot of people, a lot of my coaching colleagues. I am going to recommend it. It's the most complete class that I've taken. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend it to you. I think it's the authenticity and the integrity with which you've been teaching. You are not teaching like you're going to hold back a little bit. You're like giving all you need to really stand up. And then you're like, go do good with it. It just touched me. You're a very giving spirit. And I just want to thank you. It is the best class. And I just say thank you. Thank you so much. I would take the class again. I don't mind taking the class again, just so I can go through the cycle with instruction again and watch the replay. But definitely I'm going to recommend the class to my coaching buddies and non-Nigerians too, so that they can learn from our people and know that we know how it's done. So thank you so much. It's been a great experience. Thank you.
Okay, so Mo, I want to answer your question, Mo. Yes, there will be a replay. Like when you want to buy Expert2Coach, for example, when we send the link, you will realize that the first testimonial on that page was the testimony of someone that didn't attend, could not attend, but what she did was she made sure that she was watching the replay so that she could also submit the assignment for before day 2, and then she watched the replay for day 2, did the assignment so that she could submit and I could review before day 3, and she went ahead to launch her program and did $6,000, and did $6,000 within the space of 1 week. And all of these things, they are real people that executed and got results. So it is not a problem if you don't, if you are not able to attend. Just make sure that you're watching the replay. Okay, good. This is another one. And please give me a few more minutes. We are almost there.
Honestly, I've been looking for a course that would help me. I started my online coaching, like being in the coaching business since December of 2024, because I have a lot of knowledge. Today I might share this, tomorrow I'll share something else. I'm not kind of consistent, but coming into your course on Monday, and it was just speak one particular thing. And obviously with the ChatGPT 2 you gave me, I was telling my husband, I said, I don't know, where have you been all this one? Because I sat down that night to 12 or past 12, and I started working on that GPT. This is the only thing I get from this class. It's worth it. It's really worth it. Coming to today again, day 2, and giving us the phantom offer and the other offer, man, I can't complain. I can only say, thank God I met you. Yeah, because I know I'm not going to be the same person after this. I am 100% sure. Yeah, so thank you so much. The way you simplify things, as in, you don't make it look overwhelming and everything, like you just simplify it and it's easy. Like, I don't know, but I know it's been an awesome experience.
You recommend to somebody watching this?
100%, like, oh my God, it's practical. Like, if someone can buy this program and you follow the step, not that you buy and you don't do the step right, you follow through with the step, I can guarantee you that you will not be the same person. If you follow the step with the practical, with the workbook, with the GPT tools, and if you want to buy, please buy the upgraded version.
And on and on and on, like I said, I can share several testimonials over and over and over again of what you need to do, of what people have done with the Expert2Coach challenge. This is Dr. Wright from Ghana, who did 3,000 USD after Expert2Coach. Your months of confusion will be gone. This is how you start making impact and income from that coaching idea that you've been carrying around for long. Just like Edirin, for example, Edirin from Canada, who is also into real estate. She decided, after day 1, she decided to start teaching people how to buy their, what name did she call it? First build or something like that. I think that is a thing in Canada. How to understand how to get the best contract and buy for people that are buying first build homes, something like that. And she tested it after Expert2Coach. 6 people signed up for a 90-minute class at $47 each. After that, she got somebody to pay her for one-on-one at $5,000. All of these people are just like you at this point, thinking about all their different ideas and what they can start executing. EC, post-challenge, got a one-on-one for 600,000 Naira and started making sales right after the challenge. Now, again, this is day 1, day 2. Ijoma, I'm coming to your question and I will answer it. Now, let me answer Ijoma's question. Is there a course, an additional course to buy after the 3 days training? Yes, there is. I have an 8 weeks coaching program, that I push, but it is for a different reason. But again, if people come to me now and say they want to buy this 8 weeks coaching program, I would say, okay, that's okay, but you need to go through Expert2Coach first, because you cannot join me on the 8 weeks program without going through Expert2Coach. Expert2Coach is the basic. Expert2Coach is what you do to start making sales. Expert2Coach is what gives you your idea. Expert2Coach is where you create everything you need. All of the testimonials that I've given you here today, all of those screenshots, they are not from people from 8 weeks. All of those screenshots where they say, I made 3,000, I now sell 1 million. And all, those are not Launch Smart students. They are Expert2Coach students that didn't even go into Launch Smart with me, right? So I'm giving you I'm just telling you as it is so that you will know that Expert2Coach is what's the word that I will use? Is the foundation that so many people miss. Because if you are not able to get your first few clients, it will be difficult, no matter what you do. It will be difficult to say you now want to really launch. The 8 weeks program is for people that are ready to launch and launch big. And they just want to do it. I'm just ready to do and have all the systems, all the structures, have everything built and all of that. But you want to start doing something right now. It is Expert2Coach that you have to join. And I'll just go straight into what you get. Now, I have 4 bonuses for you as you join Expert2Coach. Don't worry, Expert2Coach is very, 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 very affordable. I mean it. I've made it absolutely affordable, ridiculously affordable. So you don't have any problem, right? So now I'm giving you 4 other bonuses. If you make your payments on the call right here today, you get the 4 bonuses. If you don't, you only get 2 bonuses if you pay between now and Monday that we start. The first bonus is for people that say, I don't know my niche yet, and I don't think I can start if I don't know my niche. I'll give you an AI tool that is like me. It has all my knowledge and everything. And I have now configured it with the day 1 process and workbook and everything of Expert2Coach. So all you need to do is just sit with the AI tool and be answering the question. It will ask you a question, you answer it. You'll be conversing with it. And by the end of the day, if you've used AI before, you know how it will take small information from you and then help you. And this one has now been programmed to think like an expert marketer. You get it if you pay right now. Second bonus, I don't have the authority. No one will listen to me. Who told you that? You have not just been able to identify what your credibility system is and create it. And this blueprint will help you to be able to identify this and break it down and understand exactly where the office you're supposed to be standing in authority. And the third bonus is, I'm not techie. I hear this too much, too many times. I'm not a tech person. I don't know how to do tech and all of that. Oh, God. I'm so happy. I get joy every week in my coaching classes when I see people that knew nothing about technology. They now start handling tech. They start doing things, knowing things, what to do and all of that. But I say that before you get to that level where you need to start learning tech and all of that, which is part of the things that we do in 8 weeks, you don't need to know tech before you start. One of the basic things that you should be able to do is, some people say, I even Canva. I cannot use Canva to design graphics. You don't need Canva. You can use AI right now. All you need to do is just send in tests. It will design very amazing graphic designs for you. The graphic designs that I use to run ads, AI makes them for me because they perform better than the ones that my graphic designer at the agency does for me. So I have a template of the prompt that you will use to get very good graphic designs so that you can start expressing online. You will get it. That is the third bonus that you get. And then the fourth bonus is, after Expert2Coach, I'm a chronic procrastinator. I procrastinate a lot. I won't do this thing after Expert2Coach. I'm helping you. And I'm saying, I am giving you 30 days action plan that after that, all you will do is, what do they say that we should do day 1? You go and do it. Day 2, what am I supposed to do? You go and do it. Day 3, what am I supposed to do? You go and do it. A 30 days action plan, just to ensure that you get results. Because again, all of these results that people are testifying about, it did not come by them not doing. Because if you come to Expert2Coach and you don't do, you will still be at the same level. You must do. And this is your investment to get into Expert2Coach. For the very last time, I am putting out Expert2Coach at $55. Next month, it will be a different price because I do this every month. I bring in a new cohort every month. For the very last time, Expert2Coach is going for $55. So guys, please send in the link. Send in the link for payment into the chat, the group. Send in the link for payment. Yes, it is Expert2Coach is a total package. And these are all the things that you get. And you get 6 months replay access so that you can go back to it and go back to it. So please check the WhatsApp group. The link to pay is in the WhatsApp group. Also, please, Bukola, John, also drop it. Also drop it in the Zoom chat. Also drop it in the Zoom chat. Yes, it is very affordable. I mean it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, please drop the link so that people... Now, I will take a few questions before we round up today because I know some people have questions. You know, while any question you have, it doesn't matter whether you're joining Expert2Coach or not, but I want to ask you, why are you not joining Expert2Coach? If truly you're ready to start this and start, you've tarried too long on the same spot, trying to get this done, dreaming about it, having this idea and all of that. Ruth that made 7 figures in Naira just through one launch after Expert2Coach. If she had said, no, I can't pay $55, would she have made the money she made? She was not a new coach. Well, she's a new coach, but she had already started. She was selling something before, but she was selling at a very cheap price. Our core offer was at this is not my core offer. Like I've told you, my core offer is the Launch Smart 8 weeks program. But again, by the time I'm done with you with Expert2Coach, by the time I'm done with you for that 3 days, I think that should be around 35 pounds. I think it should be around 30. I know it's not up to 40 pounds. I know it's not up to 40, but go to this thing. You will see it. You can use the seller platform. It will direct you to seller platform to pay and pay in pounds. It will convert it for you. It will convert it for you. To get all of the 4 bonuses, make your payment right away, and you'll have access to the 4 bonuses. If you are not able to make your payment right away, and you pay before Monday that we start, you will still get 2 of the bonuses, the first one and the second one. Just the first one and the second one. So guys, please, while you're making your... I still have a lot of slides, but I'm also very tired because of the cold that I have. So I'll be stopping this and I'll take a few questions. If you pay by tonight, that's still okay. You'll still get the 4 bonuses. Just pay today. Pay today and you get the 4 bonuses. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and I can unmute you so that you can ask your question via audio. Please raise your hand if you have a question. Let me take that in the next few minutes, answer, and we can go. All right. So Chi, you can unmute.
Okay. Hi, thank you so much. My name is actually Chinedu, and I logged in from Canada. So I've tried paying, but it's requiring me to pay Naira. So I don't. Can I
we
use
have the
my
seller link.
card?
Okay, Toby, please can you drop the seller link also? Drop the seller link directly. Yeah. drop the seller link into the chat here and on WhatsApp. So you'll be able to pay in other currencies if you pay through seller. They will drop it. Just look out for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then second question, sorry. You did say it's 7 p.m. Nigerian time.
Yes.
For someone like me, that's smack in the middle of the day, either 2 p.m. here or depending on. So what happens to people like me who could potentially be at work?
Yeah, so that's the reason I structured Expert2Coach the way I structured it. And I don't do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that you have Tuesday and Wednesday to do the work. And remember that I said that I do reviews on Tuesday and Thursday. So all you need to do is get the replay and just do everything that we do in class during that time. And we also have a community, meaning as you're watching the replay, if you have any question, you can drop it into the group, and it will be answered. And you can submit your assignment for review on Tuesday. You get it reviewed and approved before we move to day 2. So that really helps people that cannot attend live. So Chi, I hope that answers your question, Chi. All right, good. Miranda.
Hi, thank you so much for an excellent presentation. I caught just half of it, but I was able to catch up because in the process you kept repeating, so then I could fill in the blanks. I'm also calling from Canada. I'm PST, so I really want to know the time here, but I guess you will just give us those time
Yes,
calculations in the
we'll give
chat,
you the time
in the
breakdown.
in the WhatsApp. My focus is on seniors and active, healthy seniors. So many seniors have accumulated wisdom, accumulated knowledge, and are treated as they're on the decline and so on. So I want to restore their joy and so on. So this is the area that I look forward for you to help me to smooth the niche. Yeah, because it could be wealth, it could be health, it could be relationship. But as I come to the class, I look forward to being there on Monday. I look forward to you helping me to clear that up.
So Monday's class is more practical. And for everybody, even though I'll still be doing the same thing that I did in class today on Monday for day 1, but please don't say because you have attended today, you will not attend Monday, because sometimes I may take it in another dimension. And there is a part that, is still remaining in day 1 that we've not done, that we will do on Monday. So, and what you want to do is really, really, it sounds really good. I'm pretty sure that before the end of Expert2Coach, you will not only get clarity, you would have created offers that you can start sharing. Now, let me tell you something that I've not mentioned here again, and this is to everybody. Every cohort of Expert2Coach, we have people that come, on the 3rd day and say, oh, coach, I made my first sale. How does that happen? It is because on day 2, we create what I call the phantom offer. And then one of the strategies that I give on day 2 is I now show you how to start sharing your phantom offer. So most people shares this phantom offer, and then they start getting leads, inquiries, leads. Some people are able to convert to sales by the time we come together on the 3rd day on Friday. So this is really an implementation class where you will decide and you will do.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so the seller link needs to be activated. Toby, please look into that. John, are you here? John and Toby, please look into why the seller link is saying the sales is closed. All right, good. Mknkfmkasmf, you can unmute. So guys, if you're having problem paying on seller, my team will look into it and update you.
Hi, thank you, Coach. You have really, given us some, even though I came in very, very late towards the tail end. So I might have missed quite a few things. I'm calling in from the UK. And my question is, possibly because I missed the beginning part of the conversation, I'm wondering if this program is for people who want to go into coaching, or is it for every business? And I have a second question, which is that the whole of next week, actually until around the middle of October, I'm going to be really busy. So if I buy into this, can I, I don't know, how can you help with that?
Okay, so to answer your first question, my focus is on people that want to go into coaching. But you see, a lot of time people come to me and say, from the idea that I got from Expert2Coach, I was able to start a business. I was able to. So, in fact, I've had some video feedbacks where people say, oh, I would advise anybody, even if you are not trying to go into coaching, to attend. So, because you see, even though I have broken it down, what I'm teaching is marketing principles. Even though my focus is on people that want to start coaching, the same marketing principles that you will apply to become a successful coach, you will also apply it and become a very successful service-based business owners. And you can also apply it, so it works. Even though I don't specifically go out and say, oh, you can also attend if you want. No, but I've had people say that it helped them. So I hope that answered your question. And the second question is, you have 6 months access to the replay. So if for one reason or the other, you're not able to fully participate in that 1 week, which is next week, Expert2Coach starts next week, Monday. So if you are not able to fully participate, you will have access to it for the next 6 months. Okay, thank you, Grace. Are there any other way to pay? Yes, we have other options. They will put it in the group. Dr. Chidi, you can unmute.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mayowa. This is, I don't know if you recognize me, Sha, but I'm this girl, Bisala's friend. Back in the days of the pod, you really helped us, but you're one of the people that really scaled our business in fashion. I was in fashion. She was in fashion as well. So if anybody's
Wow.
listening to this, so please, key in, don't be like us. I was sleeping. So I've been watching you actually.
Thank
I've been seeing
you.
your adverts everywhere. And frankly speaking, I've been procrastinating because I'm believing in God for something I'm waiting for. I'm currently in the UK, yeah.
Okay.
So my niche is actually women's health. And I do have my soft skill and hard skill is basically coaching and counseling, health education, and all of that. But people like us that have multiple talents that our brain is doing because at the end of the day, despite our knowledge and our experience, everything must be equal to money.
Yes.
Money, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I just need help. Like, does this program can you help to streamline people like us and make us focus on our money
One
making?
thing, yes, because
Yes.
so there are two things that this program helps you to do, right?
Mhm.
You know what I would say again is,
Mhm.
for everybody that pays today, I will ask my team to give you the link to join the class that I'm having tomorrow. So I'm having a
Okay.
niche clarity class tomorrow. That in that niche clarity class, I really, really break down this thing, that it
Okay.
also helps. It will help you also before Monday.
Okay.
Now, what Expert2Coach helps you to do is you will understand the area where you have authority, because again, you can have all of these ideas and skills and you realize that you have not really attained authority in some, and you have only attained authority in some. The exercise 5, the last exercise that we do in class on day 1 is we now do what we call market research. There are 3 things that I show you how to do. By the time you are done with that, I then also now show you how to create an MVP to test, right?
Okay.
By the time you do all of this, you will know which one you want to start expressing in.
Okay. And then finally, please, I was multitasking when you were showing how much to um pay. So
For
if you
this
could,
program, it's $55 or 82,500 naira.
okay, all right. Thank you very much. Is there a way we can pay? Okay, so there's a link in the
Yeah,
group, right? Okay.
yes, please check.
I'll ask my husband to help me do that. Thank you.
Good. All right. So, So, faithful Lord, to answer your question in the chat, if the person for Expert2Coach, yes, you can use your phone, even though I always recommend for day 2, I recommend that people log in with 2 devices, that you should join with 2 devices so that you're watching me with 1 device and you're executing with the second device. But if the person has if the person has, what is it called? A phone, it's okay, let them come in. Adeni Bello, you can unmute. So the class for tomorrow is 7 p.m. The niche clarity class for tomorrow is 7 p.m. Now, Adeni Bello, go ahead. Hello, Adeni, are you there? I think I asked you to unmute. You can unmute, Adeni.
Okay, thank you, Coach. You have done excellently well.
Thank you.
Honestly, your face does not show you have this deep content. I appreciate that. I'm telling you. When I saw the ad, I was looking at, okay, well, let me just, honestly, you have done exceptionally well.
Thank you.
So my question is, I'm into visa service stuff, immigration packaging, temporary type of visa in Nigeria, setting up expatriates, managing them. So what is the soft skill? What is the hard skill? And I have clients. I enjoy little referrals based on, I'm not even on social media, but yet based on our excellence, we have done stuff for multinationals, for people keep getting referrals. So what are the soft skills? What are the hard skills, please?
So
Thank you.
That you do for people.
And sorry. Secondly, tomorrow and Friday, I will still having this class or not?
No. So this is the trial version. But I have a different class tomorrow that if you pay for Expert2Coach, you will get access to attend that class for free.
Okay, awesome. Okay, got you. So Friday, no class for that?
No.
Okay.
So Adeni Bello, to answer your question, so I want to assume that what you're looking at doing is to turn this knowledge into a digital product.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. So if that is the case, to identify your hard skills and soft skills, the first thing you want to do is, because you have mentioned a lot of things that you are doing for people. I can't even remember, but I know you mentioned up to 4 or 5 things.
But they're all still the same cohort, within the same ecosystem.
So what you want to ask, so the reason I may not be able to answer your question perfectly is you need to ask yourself first, what do you want to do? No, let me answer it this way. Your hard skill, for example, is you understand the immigration process, maybe packaging, or what do you people call it? Document packaging, whatever.
Yeah.
That's
policies.
a hard skill. Maybe another skill will be application.
Okay.
Maybe there are applications that you use or how to apply, for the different kind of visas and all of that. Those are skills that ordinary people don't have. You have to learn to get all of these, right?
Okay,
They have to learn it for them to get it. So it is a skill that you had to learn. Now, what are soft skills for you? Soft skills for you maybe will be something like you understand strategy. So for example, I have a mindset coach and we had a coaching call last week. And she was talking about how, people's perspective to things. And she made an example and said, when you're applying for a UK visa and when you are applying for a US visa, you don't apply the same way. And she said something that, she said something that what UK is looking for is different from US wants to be sure that you have a lot of things tying you down.
Yes, coming back.
Yes, US wants you to just spend 2 days and come back and go back.
Your time, right.
Yes, whereas UK is looking for something else, in deciding whether to
application.
give it to someone. Your function.
Right.
I think you use the word functionality. How functional are you, and all of those things.
Yes. How buoyant
How buoyant you are, the kind
you
of
are.
money you have.
Yeah, right.
You have, which does not really matter to US.
At all.
Exactly. You see, some people may be in this same field that you are, and they don't know this.
You're
Because
right.
for you,
You're right.
it is like you understand strategy, visa application strategies. So if you're a business owner, this is the strategy that you use to be able to apply to US and get your visa immediately. To this, that could be a soft skill for you, that you understand nuances. And that is what makes you stand out. So what I will tell you is to identify your soft skills. They are the things that make you stand out, apart from the skills, the hard skills you have that other people that have learned this thing have, other immigration officers that they have. What are the things that make you stand out, that makes your clients always come back to you or give you the feedback that they give to you?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Good. All right. Tolu, you can unmute.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm really, really happy about this, to be honest with you. It's been a really insightful class. I've paid for the Expert2Coach already. I'm looking forward to it. So, okay, I'm from the UK. I live in the UK, obviously from Nigeria. I'm the one that's putting the skill set about construction project management. So I already, I have an Instagram page where I've been putting out content. And yes, people have been coming to my DM just to make inquiries, but it's never been converted into sales. And I didn't know the strategy to use in getting this. So when I saw your ad, I felt, yes, this is it. And it's very rare for me to have this free time to listen while at work. But today it's been quite quiet. So it was really, really helpful. I joined at exactly 2 o'clock, and I've been with you since it started up till now. And it's really, really big. I couldn't believe when you said 50 pounds. I was like, no way. It couldn't be. So yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah. And I
Looking
know,
forward to seeing you too.
yeah, I'm really pleased. And I know you did say that we could replace. So I don't know how my weeks are usually very busy, so I might not be able to join some of the classes live, but I will make it a duty to do my assignments. And yeah, I'm really,
Replays
really
are usually out immediately after the class, like 10 minutes
okay.
after the class, you get
Okay.
the
Okay. All right. Thank you. Just wanted to say
Thank
well done. That was really
All
beautiful. Session. Thank you.
Thank you for the feedback. Fikayo.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First of all, thank you so much for taking your time to invest in us and in people. It takes a lot to just want to see people excel. So that's very commendable. So I have two questions. So I'm trying to make a payment and I wanted to add on the clarity session, but Paystack is telling me that I need to deposit exactly $82,500.
Don't worry, they
Naira.
will deduct it twice. Go ahead with it.
So
It's not
I did. So I sent the entire 157,000, and I'm just gonna send the receipts maybe to one of the admins or
that's fine
something.
then.
Okay. So my question is similar to the question that I think it was Dr. Chidi that was asking that question, or maybe I was wrong, but it was similar. So for someone like me, as she was talking, I found myself in what she was saying about you having too many streams flowing through you, and you're like, I'm this and I'm good at it. I'm this and I'm good at it. And it's like, which one should I focus on? So, for example, I sing. I just released the medley. I sing. I'm like, okay, I need to put that out there, and then I'm still doing this coaching thing, and I have other things that I'm doing. So, my question is, how do you really prioritize what you should focus on? Because I get stuck there. I can sit down and just come up with ideas, and people will execute the ideas, and they'll come back to say things like, "Oh, it was what you said that I built upon," or you woke me up in a certain way. So how do you then really focus and say that, okay, I don't want to be a jack of all trades, sort of. I want to, be specific in my approach and what I want to do. So what are the things that you would say, practical steps?
Okay, I get that. So one of the ways that I teach people how to prioritize, especially if you are multi-passionate, is I believe there are two reasons. Well, for me and for most people that I know, there are two reasons why you want to do this. It is to make impact and to make income. So if you have, let's say you have like 2 to 3 things that you're very good at, you love it, you're very good at it, and you want to do it, and you have them placed down. When let's say on these 2 to 3 things, you now do what we have in exercise 5 that we're not able to do today, you also do it on them, you have your data, and then you're looking at this data right now. What I will then say is you look at the data and you ask yourself, out of all of those things, they will all help me to make impact and make money. How important, in the whole scheme of things, how important is it for me to make money right now? How important is it for me to make impact? How important is it for me to do both together? That will be the first thing. For example, I have a student who right now is going through the Launch Smart program because she wants to do everything, have a process and all of that. And she's launching what I would call not a charity project, because she said later on she will probably, and that's why she wants to have all of these structures set up, because she will put money on it later. But for now, she's just so passionate on helping people, because she's helping people that are stuck. Women, not people, women, career women that are stuck. And because of that, they are now going into depression and all of that, because she, went through the same thing. And she said, right now, I just want to, I know, and she said, I know how to take people out of that space, because I was able to do it for myself and do it for so many other people. And she wants to help more people. And she's really passionate about it. And she was like, and I have a very good job. I honestly am not particular about the money right now. So I said, okay, that's fine. And then she has other ideas too of things that she could do. But she decided to go with this impact-driven one right now, because she's like, it's just impact for me right now. Income can come in later. So if you decide that what you want is both impact and income, for example, and then you see all of these things continue to narrow down as you're applying all of these methods on them. And maybe you now narrow them down to 2. You now decide if it is money. Money is very important right now. Which one will make you more money out of these 2? Now, it is not that you cannot start this other one later on, but it is that you have to start one first. You see, you cannot spread yourself too thin. You have to start with one and then do that one very well. When you have it established, you can move to the others. People ask me, Coach Mayowa, why did you just start coaching? I said it at the beginning of the class, for those that are not here, that I didn't start coaching until about 14 months ago, fully go into coaching. Why? And yet, I have been helping coaches in Nigeria make millions of dollars. I've done over $2 million in sales for coaches through my agency. That is our major product at the agency. Why have I not gone into coaching? Because my agency, I just had to focus on the agency and build it to the level that it can stand without my 24/7 supervision. And I can also focus on the coaching business. So when I was ready, I started something else that I was passionate about, which is coaching and helping people, see the light when it comes to starting your coaching programs and all of that. So these are some of the things and, other methods that you will learn in Expert2Coach that will help you identify exactly which to start with. So I hope that helps you, Fikayo. Or was it Fikayo that asked that question, or Tolu?
It was me. Yes, it was me, and it did help. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good.
Looking forward to more.
Yeah. Same here. Titi Liar, and okay, I think, one more person, two more persons, and we will call it a day.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, thank you so much. We appreciate all you've done, your lectures.
You're welcome.
Right, okay. I'm actually calling from the UK. I have so many things I want you to inspire me about. I'm a nurse, but I don't know where to actually branch. I don't know what to do. I have so many ideas. I don't know how to go about it. So I would love for you to kind of put me through what to do, how to go about it. And I'm going to hand it over to you. Thank you so much for all you do and all you represent. We appreciate you. Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah. Thank you, Titi Layo, for the feedback. So I would say that the first place you will start from is exercise 3. Titi Layo, that's the first place you will start from. If you join Expert2Coach Challenge, I will also be able to work with you, review. So because on Tuesday, I now do personal review. And except you don't submit your assignments, for every assignment that is submitted for Expert2Coach, I review it. I don't do all of these things because of, I have to tell you, for Expert2Coach, it is my own way of giving back, because the time that I spend on Tuesday alone, almost the whole day, sitting down reviewing everybody's assignments, it is not because of the $55. It is because I want to ensure that you are not just getting the information. I want to ensure that the information you are getting is the right information that you're getting. So because of that, that is why I do the reviews. And these reviews will help you to be able to know, because if you do the assignments, you will get my review. I will tell you if you're on the right path or not. If you are not on the right path, you will go back and do it and resubmit, and I will review, until you get what you are to do. So, Titilayo, go ahead and register for the Expert2Coach, but be ready to do the work and do all of the assignments, especially this work. In fact, before Monday, I will request that you watch this replay again before Monday, so that it gives you more clarity. And by the time you get to the class on Monday, it's easy for you to start writing, and start doing all of these things. Does that clear it for you? I asked you to unmute again.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it clears it. Well, because of my workload, my shift pattern, it's really not convenient to be part of it physically, right? That's the challenges that we have in here.
It's okay. So you catch the replay. Again, it's never a problem. Because I do a lot of adverts to the diaspora, I usually have a lot of diaspora audience in my classes. So what most people do is just catch the replay and make sure that they do the assignment and submit. Yeah. Atinuke, you can unmute. Hello, Atinuke. You can unmute. Hello, are you there, Atinuke? Okay, I'll ask another person to unmute now. Omobola, you can unmute.
Hello, I am here.
Okay, you're here. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
First of all, I have to say thank you very much. You're blessing many people, especially most of us are nurses from what I've heard from. And I'm a nurse as well, and I'm based in UK. We have, I would say, few things in common. These long hours and the working, no time for any other thing more than this work. So everybody is planning to do another thing different in order, to help their families, support themselves, and develop themselves. So I'm just one of them. And listening to these 2 hours, because I joined from the beginning, listening to the 2 hours, lecture and everything. I think this is another mind changer. And I hope and pray it will, help me, because look, the older you are in the system of nursing, the more work you do, and then if you're not careful, you give more than what you get paid for. So that's why I'm so much interested in this structure. The number 2, like I think other people have asked, maybe by the time I, go into the system, because I'm a nurse and what I know is nursing. I have other, or other skills, but which one to explore, which one to decide, which one to do really, that's one of my questions. And I must confess, you have, booking into other, digital marketing space, those sort of things. But what I want is the basic explanation from the scratch for me to understand what I'm doing and what is expected of me. But all they will tell you is, look, check the webinar, and at the end of that webinar, watch it, and then you do the payment, and after that, you will get supported. Which we all know what is going on with different scams going on worldwide. So nobody wants to pay for such a thing. So, like me, when you said it's a free one and you delivering the lecture, I said, this is what I will do. So I have to change my shift so that I will have enough time to really catch up and see whether this is what I want or whether it be helpful to me. Honestly, I haven't done badly for that because I think, from now on, I know what to do. And like you said, 7 p.m. Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. How about tomorrow? Can I join the one for tomorrow? I'm going to pay?
Yes, definitely. Everybody that pays today will get the
Oh,
link to
yeah,
join
yeah.
tomorrow.
That's fine.
So
That's fine.
not compulsory, really.
Yeah,
But I
just to
would
hear
encourage
more, to
everybody
learn
to
more.
join.
You just to learn more about the
Yeah.
about what I want to do, because everybody is not working hard. Everybody is working smart. So I want to work smart as well. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
Okay,
very
thank
much.
you
Well
so much,
done.
Evangelist.
God bless you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. All right. Omobola is the last person, and then we will call it a day. And thank you, everybody that is still on the call with me up till this moment. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, Omobola, let's round up with you.
Hi, Coach Mayowa. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm calling from Canada. It was 7 a.m. when I joined the call. I had to set my alarm and say, "Oh, I must not miss this."
Wow, 7
This,
a.m.
yeah, this is not the first time I've had an encounter with you. I'm
Oh,
certain I've spoken with you some years ago. I've been trying to get on your camp, but as at then it was a bit pricey back when I was still in Nigeria. And when I saw the advert on Instagram, it spoke directly to me. I was so excited that I'm going to get on this. And I'm so excited about getting clarity. And from the last explanation you did with the last two speakers, where you said you can now really look at impact and income. From my two ideas I have, I'm able to even narrow it down. I'm the one talking about extensive research. I'm able to narrow it down directly. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead now, conclude on the level 5 and join the class on Monday. However, when you said anyone that makes payment tonight, can I know the hours you're talking about?
yeah. So it's like 9 a.m. your time, Abby.
This is 10 a.m. now.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's 10 a.m. now. So what I will do is I'll give everybody till 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Nigerian time.
Okay.
So that way you have the whole of your 24 hours.
24 hours. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining with me on this call today. I wish to all see you in Expert2Coach, but if you're not able to join Expert2Coach right now, you see, there is the parable of the talents.
You sure?
The parable of the talent where Jesus gave 1 talent to some person, another 3 talents, 5 talents, and the person with 1 talent says, me, as big as I am, just 1 talent, and then he went to go and keep it, hid it, and the person with 5 talents went ahead to execute. Don't be like the person with 1 talent and say, oh, what you have here today is not enough. No, because today you got more clarity than you had yesterday. That clarity that you have, use it and start something. There's no knowledge that is too small. You may not be perfectly clear on other things that you need to do, but there's no harm in starting and even testing and seeing. Just even post something on your WhatsApp status, as basic as little as that. do something. But if you can make it to Expert2Coach Challenge, I will really strongly encourage you to do that. Okay. Well, I can see. Okay, so I have people still raising their hands, but I think I have spoken to everybody here. I think everybody here has spoken, so I will call it. I will end the class now. Thank you, guys. Please, if you have any other question, you can ask it in the WhatsApp group. Bye. Faithful Lord, that's okay. Please send a message to any of the admin. You can pay tomorrow. Faithful Lord, you can pay tomorrow. That's fine. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.